Yo, what is up, Knights? Just Rick here, back with some more Maplestory 2. In this video, guys, we're going to be talking all about the pet system in this game. As you guys can see, my cute little Balrog pet right there. He's a little shy, but you can bring up your pet window like this, and then we'll just go into the album. I'll show you guys how to capture these pets, as well as various things that you can do with each pet and why they're useful. Without further ado, let's go. Now, first and foremost, let's do a little bit of preparation. Let's go ahead and open the minimap and let's go to the supply shop, because we're going to need one single item in here and we're going to be spamming it a lot. So suggest having a little bit of money. Also, you need to be max level to participate really in the pet system effectively. So talk to Susanna here, and we're going to need the Dryad pet candy, and we're going to need several to capture pets. This is basically an item that we need to throw at pets, and we need about 10 to 15 per pet. So I would say get a couple hundred of these, because we're going to be out here farming and we're going to be doing it. We're going to need to capture a lot of pets, as you'll notice. So I would suggest maybe no less than 200 or something to let you guys go. And I already have several hundred myself, so I'm not going to purchase this, but here's the Dryad pet candy. Another item we're going to need is the Dryad G1 snare, and to do this I'm going to show you guys by going to our house. Now we need to craft this item. If we go to the life skills up here, we'll have the option to click on leisure and then pet taming, and then in here it tells you what items we need. We need a potion solvent as well as earth fragment. Now earth fragment is a nice item because we can get that from our house here. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to my farm right now. And you get this meteorite tree, and if you don't have this, you can just go into the life skills and plant one yourself, but I have them here. Meteorite tree, and all you have to do is mine this tree and you get a ton of these items. You can keep mining this pretty much hundreds of these a day, so it's not like this item is your limiting factor here. The limiting factor actually is the potion solvent. You have to obtain this from monsters directly, and I don't really have a tip for where you can get this efficiently. My guess is, and what I've been doing, is to just purchase it from the black market. Potion solvent, or actually probably best to type in solvent here. And here you can see they're selling them for quite a bit right now, 15,000 each. I've seen it much less than this, but the reason why they're selling it for so much is that we only need one snare to capture a pet, so we don't need that many snares. But farming this normally is going to require you to kill a lot of mobs in the field areas, and they're not very common, you know, so you'll have to farm that quite a bit, but obviously you can just purchase them directly. I've got myself maybe a couple, 100 or so, but you never want to run out of these things, so just at least have a 50 or so. It's not a big deal. So that's how you craft it though. Life skills under leisure and pet taming, and again we'll just need those two items. Hit the craft button. I'm going to craft all 5 of them. And there you go, easy as that. This is the only snare that you'll need as of right now. You'll see these higher level tiered snares. These higher level ones actually give you a higher drop chance for rarer pets. But at least for what we're doing right now, no worries there. Alrighty, so how do we actually go about capturing pets? So what you can do is, if you hover over here and go to the pets menu, or just press the shortcut key, you can kind of see here's like the pet menu. At first you're not going to have a pet, so let's go ahead and look at the album feature, and you can kind of see right here in the album it shows all of the pets of which you can obtain in the game right now, and it actually, when you hover over them, it shows you which habitat that they're currently in. So it's a really nice way. You can just open up the map feature from here and just travel to that area. They're gonna be there. You may have to switch some channels around just to find some, but they're definitely going to be there. And currently we are in the Ludibrium crater, and there's actually 2 different pets that we can get in here.
I will not fail them.
Alright, now the very useful thing, and this is actually already set up by default, but if it isn't, make sure that you go up into your minimap settings and hover over, make sure all of these are selected. The one that we're looking for is the little blue dots, and you can actually see them on the minimap. There's a lot of little blue dots over here that are indicators of where these pets are, so it makes it very simple. You don't even have to guess. If there are no blue dots on the map, you know there are no capturable pets on the map, so you might as well just change channels. So that's one of the tips I have, is to make sure that you change channels, and do that constantly. I mean, once you get all the pets on the map, maybe they take a while to respawn, just go switch to another channel. It's one of the tips I have for you guys. But how do I actually go about capturing a pet? I have this hungry slime right here that we can pick up, and all you have to do is keep hitting with the potions. This is also mentioned in the Maple guide for catching pets, but keep throwing potions at the hungry slime until it's at full bars, and then we're gonna have to lay down a snare to actually pick it up. I don't know why this guy's taking so much. So once he's at full bar, lay down the snare, and when he's at full bar, he's gonna walk towards you. So just lay a snare in his path and make sure you're standing behind the snare, and he's gonna walk into it. Easy as that. There's no, as far as I've seen, there has been no situations of which there are dogs under these blocks, man. There's never been a situation where a pet has broken out. So as long as they're at full bar, they're gonna be captured. Now the thing is, you have to make sure that they are indeed at full bars, because if they are not, they will immediately just break the trap, you know. So what might happen sometimes is, you know, they're walking towards you at full bar, and then they lose a single bar, then you miss, it breaks your trap basically. So make sure that he's at full bar and he just walks right into it and you capture him just as that. Now the thing about when you capture pets is that each pet is going to have a rarity when you pick it up. Now you can see almost all of the pets I have the brown border on them, which indicates a very common pet. In fact, I only have one pet I've ever captured that's 2-star instead of the normal 1 from everyone else. So the rarity is associated right when you capture the pet, so it's going to be completely luck based whether or not you get a good pet, and that kind of matters because there's a lot of stats that come with the pet. For instance, you only get bonus talent for pets that are higher than 2 stars, and so any of the normal combat pets you see here don't actually have any kind of bonus talents. Now, of course, what do the pets do when you actually get them? It kind of depends on what pet you have, I've noticed, but here you can see a little preview of the pet. You can rename the pet if you want. The main thing here you're going to notice is pets have talents onto them. Talents are pretty easy to explain. They just either have, you know, raw stats on them. They have the ability to auto-revive you. So if you're in a tombstone that can actually be revived or broken, a pet can actually break you out of the tombstone. So you get 1 free life from your pet, and you don't have to have a teammate knock you out of it. So that's pretty cool. They also have the ability to use items, and this is kind of like the auto consumption feature, which you need, you know, it's kind of weird that they put this onto a pet, but basically if you give your pet some kind of item, you can tell them when to use it. So, okay, I want them to use this potion at this HP rate. You've probably seen this many times before, and then I want you to use this at that HP rate. So it's kind of holding on to these items. Same thing with the auto loot. You can kind of change the settings on what you want any pets to pick up. Here you go. And they do kind of, this feature is probably the most helpful, honestly, because sometimes when you kill mobs, you leave their loot, you know, you're off killing mobs. You're not trying to pick up the loot that they drop too, because it takes a quick second, so the pets will pick that up for you. But like I said, it kind of depends on what pet you have. Like I have this Berg pet, and this one is an attacking pet. So this part that says combat pet is actually kind of important because it basically fights for you. It does quite minuscule damage, honestly. It's like 300 damage, but you can toggle on or off the ability for it to auto combat for you. So here it's actually enabled, so it should fight for me. There you can see the pet auto looting. There you go. Get him. 900, not bad. Hit him one time. It's honestly very minuscule damage. I guess he can kill low level guys. It does get stronger when you level up, so maybe it will be a little bit more useful, but it does have that feature, and then you can turn it off right here by using the pet toggle command. So pretty nice that you can just make it docile and not attack anybody. But now, like I said, there's different kinds of pet. Like this one right here is Strong Piggy. It is not a combat type pet. You can see right here, it does not have the ability to actually fight. So what it has instead, if we bring up the pet UI, is a storage bag. So he still has the normal pet abilities, but he doesn't have any pet talents. He doesn't have any strength of his own. Still has the ability to use potions and auto loot, but now he has a pet bag, which is kind of cool. I wouldn't find any reason why you'd want to use this feature, to be honest, but you can just kind of load your pet up with various items, and you have extra inventory spots. So this is just one of the, I guess, 2 different types of pet that I have seen so far here in Maplestory 2. Alright, the next thing we got to talk about are the last 2 tabs that are here under the pet window here. We have obviously the generic info, but we also have this fusion feature. I'm going to put my Boozley pet into the fusion feature, and what you can see is that I can use as fusion catalyst other pets that I've picked up. So at least you can get some use out of the pets that are obviously lower ranking, or pets that you're never going to use. You can kind of use them along with the cost of a little bit of meso to boost up the combat level of your pet. So here you can see I can get a little bit of extra combat experience by using them. Now you'll notice I don't have any fusion bonuses left. Now the thing about it is I've already used it, but you get 24 fusion bonuses. So for the first 24 pets that you fuse per day, you get a little bit of fusion bonus to get a little bit of extra EXP out of the 24 that you're fusing. So just know that those reset every day at midnight, 24 of them, and it only works for one pet. So I already used them on my Balrog pet already, but you kind of get the idea. Is I guess the optimal way is to just get at least 24 pets to fuse every day, and then just go ahead and throw them onto your main pet, and make sure that you just repeat that every day for a little bit of boost in EXP. It's not going to be very much, but at least you'll get something out of the useless pets that you have. Lastly, guys, we have the change talent features. We do have an eligible pet here. The thing about it is we don't have any talents yet until we have a pet that is level 30. So you can see right there, I do have bonus talents, but I don't have access to those bonus talents until my pet reaches a certain level. Now, I believe this feature is only available for pets that are of rarity blue or higher, because you can see I do have some talents for my Berk pet here, but it's not showing under the talent change feature. So it's going to require some items. These are not meta cells, for instance, are not common items. They're pretty rare, but you at least have the option to re-roll the talents that are on here. So if you have a good pet and you don't have good stats on it, just make sure you have some materials to re-roll them. So it's pretty nice that that feature is available, but again, you don't even get these talents until your pet is high level anyway. So it's kind of like, okay, do you wait till you get good talents and then level the pet, or do you level the pet first and do the talents? It's not going to be easy to level the pet as far as I'm concerned. So hard to say, up to you guys. And I guess the last thing I should mention about pets, guys, is that they are bound to the character once you open them. You can see right here, if I look at the little red text, this one right here, I haven't opened it. Binds on summon, enhancement, or talent reroll, and then this one is bound to me. So it is going to be bound to character, not the account. And the little check mark tells you which ones you've actually summoned and have active right now. It's kind of weird that there's no indication as to whether or not you've opened it or not. Like, I can't tell the difference between these two, honestly. So you're gonna have to look at the text. It is tradable at least one time, so you can capture it on this character and maybe give it to your alternate or a friend or whatever. It is tradable one time only, and then afterwards is bound. So, and that's it, guys. That is the pet system. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully that helped for people trying to. Everybody should have a pet, honestly. It's really easy to get one. You can get one by accident. It's just some people might think it's going a little out of your way to get the snare to capture it. So just letting you guys know, snare is really easy to craft as well. So make sure you guys do that and have at least several of them available to pick up any pets you find along the way, so perhaps get a rare one. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you nights later.